It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stops at the 23. The Buckeyes offense will get first crack at it here. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah. He's a guy that this offense is built around him, but Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Thurman. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. So Kansas State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Pulls it in with one hand. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw again. The short hands, it's Porter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Going to swing it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. The option look. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to pass, it's St. Clair. Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes one. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to throw, it's Locke. Fires to the big fella. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Going to try to pop one on the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll take it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. To the air. It's St. Clair. Got him downfield.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. This one's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Touch pass on the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet here.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's locked. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here. And
the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This sophomore behind center has been surgical in his performance. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. He'll start this drive going to the air. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's St. Clair. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He'll pull it down. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to add another.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll do it himself. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback keeps it. Got a little space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's locked. Release to the back. Finds his open man. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. On the snap, it's Smith. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
On the double.
Looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you.
It's a forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Oakland. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Now on the move. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the field goal unit is on the field. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left...
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lockett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They want to run it left here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the run, it's Thomas. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Running into the open space. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Coleman. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
Kansas State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Offense in an empty set. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his target down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33.
221 wing, 221 wing. Military.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Makes one-man miss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short.
22.
He'll run it again. There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Going with the ground game left. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. On the run, it's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from there.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue.